as the curtains of Solomon.
Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Clothes with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I can tell her, I am not a crook. Whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shawty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land, show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying, you understand? Listen. Fourth dimension blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom, and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the moon. Girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. And you ain't never seen nothing like it with a drip so hard. Made a straight sheet of dying, cause a nigga cold as ice and sharper than a knife. I can change your whole life just by making you my white man. Look, that nigga got the boots, beard sprays, man. Look, that nigga got the garment with the shades, man. Look, that nigga got the spikes on his armband, and he got the Shield of David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating me dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swagger on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like black. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold and studs of silver. Hebrew drip.
Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's really every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the sign that's in front of you? That's in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling, falling, falling. rise. My brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You in my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction in every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you the nigga I'll stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
Hold on. Be careful out, you hear me? Be careful. Watch your damn feet, you hear me? You ain't no Christians out here. Watch yourself when something happen to you out there. Watch yourself.
Trying just to crash out. Wet full of crash dumps. 10 racks in the wheel. That was on gas money. Chopper got a round of applause if they act funny. Heavy hit, in that with a crown, but I'm still hungry. Never was the type to be a lie. Let's get the business straight. I pray you niggas getting across the line, then we demonstrate. I ain't even wanna rap it. Damn, we could use the bag. Talking about how I used to be that boy that was in the past. Played the cut, jumped up in my bag. Let's see who gon' last. See the snakes, and you let it slide. You ain't cut the grass. If we can't be friends, then fuck it, let's be enemies. Niggas weird, catching attitudes, bitch tendencies. They say they looking for me. I'm in the mix where the winners mix. Playmaker, trying to get a sack, different energy. I don't like it, and you see why I'm launching like Eli. The world on my back with 2 clips in my Levi's. Yeah, be sitting high. I can tell you where the angels live. I don't give a fuck of who you are. I feel like David did. Story ain't nothing shorter than glory, man. I came to win. All my life I knew I was something special. They hated it. Pressure bust pipes, I hold it down like an anchor. Never see myself as a regular. I had to change up. Shout out to the power the brothers for me to ropes. With the same rope, I hang this rat shit by the throat. Don't ever get me involved with the he say, she say. Cause I'ma think none of y'all official. Then I press play. Living by law, by a code, by instruction. Niggas think they flip it till the hawk meet the hunter. I owe it to the Lord and I put that on my cover. Never try my honor, father, never switch up on my brothers. Never try to imitate, eliminate anything that's in the way. Reciprocate, you draw, we gon' illustrate. Let's demonstrate, you lost, we gon' celebrate, you featherweight. I can't even resonate, I separate myself and I got activated. They was fascinated, how I broke it down and renovated. I was underestimated, clearly.
One Westworld.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop up like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco-line to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock until I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He's nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
All right, this is Rooted Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rooted Speech, man. I'm ready down right quick,
don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not in China. My conglomerate wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. That I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West ball put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designers charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain of $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause the niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino. And a nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's U.P.K, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Yeah. All right. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the commander in YAHANNA. I'm priest and officer I.S.U.P.K. This is the Lashawan Qadash class, where we study and learn the Hebrew language. All right. If you look over here, probably can't see it very well. Look over here. This is our Hebrew language. All right. This is the Lashawan Qadash chart. It goes from the I to the Tha. Okay, just like the English alphabet, just like every language has an alphabet. In order to learn that language, you got to learn the alphabet. You got to learn how to pronounce each character of the alphabet. You got to learn how to write it if you're trying to write it or read it. You understand? So we cover all bases. Today we're gonna go into possessive pronouns versus object pronouns. All right, we went over a little bit of subject pronouns a few weeks ago. You understand? So we have subject pronouns. Now we're going to learn how to identify possessive pronouns as well as object pronouns. All right. But before we can do that, man, we gotta definitely tackle the alphabet. The Lashawan Qadash alphabet. That's the keystones to learning any language is learning the alphabet. So I'm gonna go ahead and write the alphabet up on the board. Like I said, get y'all questions ready. We can speak fluently. We can speak fluently. What's up, Toontown? I'm not really sure what you're asking me, but what we are trying to do is get to a point where we can speak our language fluently, all right? Because of our oppression, because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, which is the white man, which is the man that put us in slavery, the people that put us in slavery, understand? He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The devil is not a red man that lives under the earth. It's a red man that walks the earth today. He took away our language, you understand, and taught us his languages, like Spanish. Spanish is a white man's language. It's a conquistador language. All right, if you speak Spanish, I hate to break it to you, but that is not your language. That's your oppressor's language. However, you were forced to speak it. If you speak English, it's not your language. It's your oppressor's language, and you were forced to speak it. If you speak French or Creole, it's not your language. It's your oppressor's language. These languages came from our slave masters. All right. That's why we can speak these languages fluently. And that's why I'm speaking that language to you right now, because you may be able to understand what I'm saying. You understand? I could speak a little bit of Spanish. I don't know a lot of Spanish. I'm trying to incorporate that into this class because, of course, we got Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters who also want to learn Hebrew. And, of course, it's difficult to understand another language when you can't understand the language that is being taught in. All right, so I'm working on my Spanish. Y'all got to give me some time. Buenos noches to everybody that does speak Spanish. It's almost nighttime. I can say buenas tardes. You understand? Whatever you want to hear. You know what I mean? But Toontown, yeah, we are getting to a point where we want to speak fluent Hebrew. Okay, so yeah, we get to a point where we're going to learn to speak fluent Hebrew. And then, like I said, it starts with the keystones. You got to learn the alphabet. You got to learn your verbs, your nouns, your adjectives. You understand? Your pronouns. You got to learn possessive pronouns. You got to learn subject pronouns. You got to learn object pronouns. You understand? You're building up a language. Okay? You're building up a language so that one day you can successfully speak fluently. All right, because this is our language. And our language is taken from us. You understand? And this language that we speak, this language we learning here, man, this ain't our oppressor's language. All right, he doesn't even speak this language, right? When I put this, I'm gonna put these characters up on the board. you're gonna see a complete difference, right? Before I get started. So for instance, this is the I, right? This is how we pronounce it. I. All right. This is the ba. I'm sorry. That's not the ba. At least that's not the ba I'm trying to write. This is the ba. All right. We call it an I. We call it a ba. The oppressor calls it the left. All right. He calls this the bet. Notice that's where alphabet comes from, a left bet. All right. This is not how we, this is what they say. You understand? This is what we know it as, the I and the ba. You understand? This is, let me see. We do one that everybody is familiar with. It's the sha, it's the la, this is a ma. We know that this word is SHALAM. This is a connector. This, what this symbol does is it either connects or separates each character. When it's downward like this, that means it's separated. When it's upward like this, it means it's connected. SHALAM. This is how we pronounce it. SHALAM. This is how your oppressor pronounces it. SHALAM. But the problem is, in Hebrew, in ancient Hebrew, in the original Hebrew, not Yiddish, there is no O sound. There's no E sound. There's no E sound. All right, there's no I sound. Oh, I'm sorry, there's an I when there's an I used, right? So this is what an I would look like. This is what an I would look like, not to be confused with an O. This is what an I would look like. And I'm going to go over there once I write the alphabet up here. This is what the I would look like. So whenever you see this character in a word, you pronounce I. But there is no shalom or shalim or none of that. You understand? There's only I sounds. I, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, so on and so forth. You understand? So this is not the oppressor's language. Our language died during our slavery. Our language was lost during our slavery because time and time again, the children of Israel disobeyed the Lord and sinned against him, started eating pork, started sleeping with other nations, started sleeping with, same sex. We started doing all these things that the Lord told us not to do. And he warned us what would happen if we did that, and we went into slavery time and time again. Every time we went into slavery, we got further and further away from who we are as a people. You understand? Well, this time, this is about the furthest we ever been from our culture, from our heritage, because we don't even know that we're the Israelites. You understand? Before, we at least knew who we were. We had an identity. We knew we were the Israelites. We knew we were the Israelites. We knew we were the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of Gad, tribe of Asher, Issachar, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. We knew those things. So we knew when we started to get the punishment for disobeying our God, we knew why. You understand? Because the Bible tells the Israelites that if you disobey him, if the Israelites disobey him, nobody else, if the Israelites disobey God, then these things will happen. And when we saw it happening to us, we knew, okay, this is why this is happening. You understand? We gotta get back. We gotta get back right. This is why Moses had to get his people right, because he knew who they were. This is why. Who else? This is why Christ knew what to do, because he knew who we were. We all knew who we were at one point in time or another. Now, because of our oppressor, we don't know that we are the children of Israel. We don't know that this is our language. We don't know that we have laws that our God told us to keep us out of slavery, to keep us out of hell. You understand? And to put us in a place of rulership, which would be heaven. You know what I'm saying? On earth. So like I said, this is the worst slavery we've ever been in, and it's going to be the last slavery that we're ever in once our King Yahweh returns to put our oppressor's head on a spike and fill his streets with his blood. You understand? That's biblical. Battle me on it if you want to. All right. So let me get this off the board. I'm gonna run down the Hebrew language alphabet. Let me know if y'all can see well. All right, you got some good questions, so I'm gonna take the time to answer them. Right? It's Toontown. Arabic. Okay. Hebrew does not sound like Arabic. Arabic sounds like Hebrew. The Arabic language is derived from Hebrew. And like you mentioned, other Semitic languages as well. Other Semitic languages came from Hebrew because Hebrew was the first language. This is why if you go to a Muslim mosque and they start speaking to you, if you know Hebrew, you'll know that a lot of the words that they're using are similar, if not exactly the same as words in Hebrew, like ak, for instance, right? The word ak. This is how you would write it in Hebrew. It means brother. Right? Ak means brother. This is how you would spell it in English. Ak. Okay? If you talk to a Muslim cat, you talk to an Arab, he's going to say the exact same word. You know what I'm saying? It might be ahi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they put a E sound in, or I guess that's how you spell it. I don't know. Aki. But you know, I've been to New York. I don't know if y'all have been to New York. I've been in New York, and I've heard even black people will go into like a bodega, and they'll talk to the Muslim cat, and he calling them Ak because that's just part of the language there. It's like it's so many Muslims in New York that it became part of their language. They don't even know they low key speak in Hebrew, but they're trying to speak Arabic. So they'll say Ak to Arab dude. And they know that means brother. You know what I'm saying? The Arab dude knows that means brother. So he says, hey, what's up, Ak? You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum. You know what I'm saying? That assalamu alaikum is derived from the word shalom. You know what I mean? Shalom, like I just put up on the board, was shalom. Then you have some salam. Salam is derived from shalom. Alaikum, I don't even know what that means. I don't study Arabic, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what they saying or what they mean. Whenever I hear assalamu alaikum, I just say bacon and salami, or hot salami and bacon, because I thought that's what they were saying. So hot salami and bacon is the same as shalom. It just means peace. Salam. Salam, shalom. You know what I'm saying? It means peace. All right, so I say that to say this. Hebrew is the original language of the earth. Now, if you do enough research, you'll know that I'm not telling you no lie. You know, all you gotta do is research it. I could go into it, but that's not what this class is for today. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm saying. In Chicago, they say Aki. All right, because it means brother. The word was taken from ancient Semitic languages. You know what I'm saying? It changed over time. Again, like I said, we went into captivities, and during those captivities, we had to start adapting our language to be able to speak with our slave master. You know what I'm saying? When we came over here on boats, we weren't speaking the same language as our slave master. You understand? We had different names and everything. which is why if you watch the movie Roots, you understand, which is fictitious, but it's based on real events. In Roots, they beat that dude, Kunta Kinte, until he would, accept his new name. I'm saying they beat him, whipped him, and told him your name is not Kunta Kinte, it's Toby. He wouldn't do it. He wasn't going for it. Well, eventually, after being beat so many times, after getting your foot chopped off and all that, eventually you'll fold. Eventually he folded. In the I.S.U.P.K, we are no cowards. We're not giving up our culture ever again for no reason. We will take our death for it. You know what I mean? And that's how you be a leader. Have some integrity. You do what's right, even though it may kill you, even though it may even though it doesn't benefit you directly. You understand? Having integrity benefits those that follow you. It might not benefit you in this life, but it benefits them that follow you. They look up to you. Do what you do. Because this is the excuse that Christians come up with all the time. And I hate to be long-winded on this because I know he's short on time. Like, we only got 2 hours to teach this class. I'm going to try to make it brief. An excuse that I hear a lot of Christians say, and I know because I have a lot of Christian family members, and I love them. But it's a weakness, man. And this is the excuse that they say. If pork, now they know that pork is unlawful. You know what I'm saying? You can ask them. Does God say that pork is bad? Does God say that eating pork is a sin? They'll tell you, yeah. And they're going to follow that up with, but, they're going to say, but, if pork was the last thing on earth that you could eat, or that, if a pig was the last thing on the earth, and if you couldn't, and you were starving, you was about to die, would you eat it? They'll say, yeah, they would eat it because they don't want to die, knowing that the Lord said not to eat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear death, man. I don't fear, in the I.S.U.P.K, we don't fear death. We fear the Lord. There's something worse than death when you don't listen to the Most High God. If you don't listen to the Most High God, man, you might as well die. If you're not gonna obey the power of the universe, you're not gonna obey your father, your power. How would you feel if your father told you to do something and you didn't do it? You think he's gonna be happy about? Oh, you had to do what you had to do. Well, not a good father. You understand? And again, not to be too long-winded on it, but like there's no integrity, you know what I'm saying, when you're a slave, when you're a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame you, but I will show you how to be a man or woman with integrity. You know what I'm saying? I will show you how to stand with some integrity, stand on what you believe, and die for it if necessary. Kill for it if necessary. You understand? That's the only thing. You know what I mean? Like if we had some integrity, we would keep they wouldn't be able to treat us the way they do in America right now today. They treat us the way they do because they know we don't have integrity. You understand? They can offer you a couple of dollars to forget the atrocities that happened to you. They can offer you some trinkets. They can say, hey, we know we killed you for 400 years, but here's a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me. And you'll take it and shut up. I'm saying, here's $1 million contract because, you can jump over people. Because you can jump over somebody, I'm going to pay you $1 million a year. Don't talk about slavery, or we're going to kick you off the team and you'll never have a job again like Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have integrity. You can see Colin Kaepernick still don't have a job because he has integrity. That's what it costs. You know what I'm saying? That's what integrity costs. It costs being without a job. You know what I'm saying? If we supported each other, we wouldn't need these staking jobs. We wouldn't need to hurl our bodies toward each other, you know what I'm saying, running at insane speeds because we just built like that. We running into each other at insane speeds for them to give us $1. When we the greatest people on the earth, we the ones that sent them to the moon. We the ones that created the GPS system. We the ones that created the stoplight. You understand? The freezer, the washer, the automatic washer. You know what I'm saying? We created these things because we the greatest people on the earth. And they knew that, which is why they chose us to go into slavery in the first place. Of course, ultimately, it was the Most High who willed it, because he told us that if we didn't obey him, we was going to go into slavery. But they knew in their mind, these people are the greatest people on the earth. If we enslave them, we'll have the greatest nation in the earth, just like Babylon, where we was enslaved, just like Egypt, where we were enslaved, just like every other, just like Persia. All of these great nations that you ever heard about, Rome, all of these great nations had one people in slavery, that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites. That's what they all had. That's what every great nation had in common, is we effed up, stopped listening to the Lord, and each of those nations put us in slavery, and they became the greatest superpowers in the earth. China got all the money right now, but they're not the greatest superpower on the earth because they don't have the slaves like America got the slaves. They don't have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like America does. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they are on top right now, because they got us in their possession. Because they know that we are the greatest people on the earth. And as long as we don't serve our God and we continue serving them, they will always be the greatest nation on the earth, and we'll always be at the bottom. So without further ado, I know I'll run, man. Let me talk too long. B. Monroe says, Shalom, Yahawashi, Thaba Shem Shah. Shalom, sis. Straight out of Panama City. Who else we got in here? I saw Crystal. Let me see what got B. Monroe, we got Toontown. What's your name though, bro? Are you a brother? Identify yourself, Toontown. Who are you? I see Crystal Morris. I don't see her no more. Oh, there she go. All right. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashah, Thumb to all the brothers once again. Yahweh Shem Yashah. All right, so let me put this alphabet up, right? I. All right, so this is the alphabet right here. Learning this is the key to knowing any language. The key to learning any language is knowing the alphabet. All right, we got A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Now, that's the language, right? That's the alphabet. And what can you tell by just looking at these characters, right? just by looking at these characters. You know what I'm saying? Look at these characters. What can you tell in relation to the English alphabet today? Hey, Shalom, Halak, Trooper Halak, Qadash. It's a hardcore trooper right there. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, straight out of Jacksonville, Florida. Toontown, you say I'm a guy. I mean, like, what's your nationality? Are you black, Hispanic, Native Indian? Are you white? Are you Arab, Muslim? Are you, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You a guy? You know what I mean? Where you from? What city you in? You know what I'm saying? We are in Riviera Beach, Florida. So if you in town, if you nearby, you did. If you nearby, come through. You in the Riviera Beach, South Florida area. You may slide through at 1628 Avenue E, Riviera Beach, Florida. I'm gonna put that in the chat real quick. I mean, the what's it called? All right, so what you should be able to tell just by looking at the language, FBA. I don't know what FBA is, but no sweat. You're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, Judite. So that's what's up. Just by looking at these characters, though, right? Here's what you can tell. You can tell that there's a very distinctive similarity to the English language, right? You should be at least. You look at the B, the Ga, not so much. You know what I'm saying? But really, that became a C. Slavic. This became a C. I know it might not look like it, but over time, this was turned around and circled and all of that. This became the C. This became the D. All right? This became a Z. I don't even got to write that one up. This became the H, even though it's pronounced H, became the H. This got turned around. This one they didn't really use as the T. I think this is a different character in Greek. I forget. You got the Ya. All right, the K was turned into a K. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, it was this way with that. Then it got turned around. L. This got turned to an M, but you don't even need to write up on the board. Same as this. And this is actually the Greek, a Greek character as well. This is really just an eyeball. You understand? So they turned it into an eye because of the sound. Pa is a mouth. All right. This looks like if you really break it down, it looks like a T and a Z. All right. Qua, as you can see, is like this circle with a line going down. That became the Q. You know what I'm saying? Some people wrote it like that. Eventually, it lost this middle part, and now you got a Q like this. Farah was turned around, and they threw a little leg on the end. Shah, this is what looks like a W, but this is not how we use it as a W. You understand? Shah this is like water. You understand? And that's why I use it as W. The thigh got turned into a T. The thigh got turned into a T. All right, so as you can see, a lot of these characters are directly linked to characters in the English alphabet. This is one piece of evidence that lets you know this is the original language. Otherwise, why would they use this? Why not use that Arabic stuff? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I got a Quran over here that I use for toilet paper, but I don't really know what it is. It's probably in the bathroom. But we got a Quran that we use for toilet paper, and it's filled with Arabic characters. I don't know how to write them because I don't study Arabic once again. But why didn't they use that to base their language off of? You understand? Because this was the original language, and they knew that there's power in this language. There's no power in any other language on the earth. There's power in this language. Even the Bible says that. You know what I'm saying? This language right here, these characters have more power in them than any other language on the earth, which is why we pray in Hebrew. That's why we face the east, we face Jerusalem, and we begin to pray to our power. All right, we get this off the board. Still no questions, huh? Let me see. Can you help me spell Yahweh? It's with me. Yahweh is with me. Oh shoot! I just thought about it too. This troop right here, that's in the comments. Hold on. Yeah, this brother right here, Trooper Qadash, is who made this plaque right here. You see right here, this brother right here, talented brother, man. That's who made this plaque that you see up on this board. It says the home of the truth. You see, this brother carved this himself, stained it and painted it. You know what I mean? All on his own. You know what I mean? That brother right there, like I said, hardcore brother, man. You know what I mean? You should definitely check him out. You know what I'm saying? Qadash, man. Put like a link or you know something in the comments. Let everybody know where they can find your stuff. You know what I mean? Cause that's look at this, man. That's talent. You know what I mean? Not only does this brother draw, like think about it, you gotta draw, you gotta be able to draw this, and then take some tools and carve it out. That take work. You know what I'm saying? For sure, Toontown. Still don't know what FBA is. Oh, fun. Foundational Black. Oh, got you. Foundational Black American. All right, no sweat. Still don't know what that is. But I know what it is. I've definitely learned about that. Foundational Black American, meaning the people that built this place. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all believe that y'all were here before the slave ships or what the theory is on that, but I have heard about it before. All right, one second. All right. So brother asked, how would you say Yahweh is with me? All right. in a full sentence. See, all right. Now here's the thing about full sentences. This is why we're going over what we're going over today, because if you want to be able to start forming full sentences, you have to know how to form it. There's rules to forming a sentence. So I could give you words. Like I could give you this word means this word. This word means this. This word means that. I could give you that, but unless you know the rules, this is where we're going. You're trying to get there. Unless you know the rules of forming a sentence, you're not going to really fully develop that sentence. I'll give you an example. All right. Yalak. Yalak means to go. Go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically go. It means to go, right? To travel. Whatever the case is. This is now for one, this is a verb. And this is a root verb. The root is a verb. All right, it's a root and it's a verb to go. But now, if I can't just say, I mean, I guess I could say I go, right? I go, I will, I go, you know what I'm saying? But there's rules, you feel what I'm saying? So you could say I go, you know what I'm saying? But to properly say, like, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going, like somebody asks you if I'm going, where you going? I'm going to the store. You know what I'm saying? I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to my house, right? Yalak will have to become Yahwalak. Yahwalak. All right. So now you know that it's an Yahwalak. I'm going. I'm going. And then the word for my house or home is Bayah. Which is home, right? Whose home? My home. Bayah. Bayah. So Yahwalak. Bayah. Home. Whose home? Mine. And that's what I'm getting into today. But as for your sentence, as for your question, you know that the Most High's name is Yahweh, right? Let me write it. Most High's name is Yahweh, right? Yahweh is the Most High's name, and to say that He's with you, like, you know what I'm saying, you have to go get the word with. The best way I would say to do that is to go into your Blue Letter Bible or your Strong's Concordance. You know what I'm saying, one or the other. This is this book right here. And what you would do is you would look up the word with. Now, I've already done that. And the word for with is ma'ad. Imad, my bad. Imad. Which is I am, or I-ma-da. I-mad. Right? So that's just the word. That's the root word. I-mad is the root word, which means with. Right? And how with but you're trying to say Yahweh is with me, and of course you would need the object pronoun, right? Which would be Yah, I-M-A-D-I-A, with me. Yahweh with me. Yahweh I-M-A-D-I-A. All right, that's Yahweh with me. If you want to use that in a sentence, you have to know the rules, right? Like, what kind of sentence are you using it in? Are you saying Yahweh be with me? Are you saying Yahweh is going to be with me? Are you saying I want Yahweh to be with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know what type of sentence you're forming. You got to know the rules to forming that sentence. So it's a little more complicated than just that. I would have to do more studying to even get that for you. But I can tell you that Yahweh is with me is Yahweh I-M-A-D-I-A. You understand? So just that's what that is. All right. Any more questions? Hope that answered your question. Let me know if it did. If not, I'll ask the man over me. Okay, so let's get into it, right? So we're going to be going over possessive versus object pronouns. Okay, so the first thing you got to understand is what is a possessive. What does it mean for something to be a possessive pronoun versus an object pronoun? All right. So first thing you got to know, a possessive pronoun explain ownership. That's the first thing you need to know. Possessive, which is what a possessive is, means you possess it, you own it, right? And this is used at the end of a noun. All right. Hope y'all can see that. I know the light is kind of glaring, but you should be able to see it, right? So possessive pronouns explain ownership, and they're used at the end of a noun. That's a possessive pronoun. All right. Alternatively, now write this down. You should be getting used to writing everything down. When you come to class, you're going to have notes. This is showing ownership. Damn right. Damn right. All right. So you should be used to writing everything down, making a record for everything. That's how the Bible is written. Somebody was writing notes. Somebody was writing it down, taking notes. You understand? Putting it in a book. Right? It's not like somebody sat down and had a major brainstorm on what the whole entire earth means. It's not what happened. It wasn't done in one night. Some guy just sat down and wrote a bunch of stuff. It's not what happened. King James didn't write the Bible. He translated what was written 1,000 years ago before him. All right. So you should be used to writing things down, taking notes. That way you can retain these things. You don't have to remember everything off the top of your head. You can look back at your notes, and don't be ashamed to look at your notes. Don't be ashamed to hold. Like, I bring my notes to class because I don't remember everything, and I don't try to. I write it down, and I open up this book, open up my notebook, and I go to whatever I need to know at this moment. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of keeping, I got too much on my mind already to be trying to hold on to things I could have written down in the book. All right, so that's one thing, right? Pronouns, possessive pronouns explain ownership. Then you have object pronouns. All right, these two show ownership, but these go at the end. I messed up. End of a verb. Okay. These go at the end of a verb. So what are the pronouns? What are the pronouns that we use? And how do we know if they're object pronouns or possessive pronouns? I'm gonna write them up on the board. It's the same ones that we've already known. It's the same exact ones, but there's a difference in how they are used. All right. There's a difference in how an object pronoun is used compared to how a possessive pronoun is used, and how you know what you're looking at when you see it. So, possessive pronoun. All right. Yah is one, which means my, right? Showing ownership. This is mine, all right? But it goes in front, it goes at the end of a noun, all right? So my thing, you know what I'm saying? A noun is a person, place, a thing, right? So my person, place, a thing, all right? You have ka, which means your. This is your person, place, or thing. Wa, his person, place, or thing. Ha, her, I'm sorry. Her person, place, or thing. You got nawa, na-wa, our. Nawa is our person, place, or thing. All right. Come, ma, come. Your is now. This is your person, place, or thing, but this is written in a position of authority, right? Position of authority, or i.e. masculine. And it's plural. All right, plural. So this is the your singular. This is your plural, masculine. All right, you can see all we did was add a ma to cut. So now it's come, your masculine or possessive. Let me write that up on the board. Possessive. I'm sorry. Position of authority. Position of authority. All right. Then you have another your. This time it's kun. Kun. Hope y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all should be able to see that. Kun. All right. What is this one? This one is subservient, plural, i.e., feminine. Now, why am I saying subservient and possessive authority, position of authority, rather than feminine and masculine? Here's why. Because oftentimes, you say you'll read in the Bible where it talks about Israel in a subservient manner. You understand? Even though Israel is a man, the tribe of Israel are sons of a man. You know what I'm saying? The nation makes up of men and women. So even though it has to do with men, it can still be subservient in manner. Right? So when the Most High is speaking to Israel, he calls us his wife. Right? He calls Israel his wife, metaphorically. Not literally. We ain't married to the Lord like, you know what I'm saying, we live in his house and, you know, he laid down with us. But it is subservient in a manner that we belong to him. You know what I'm saying? He's in authority and we belong to him. All right? So that's why instead of saying feminine, you know what I'm saying, because men aren't feminine, you can say subservient. It means the same thing, but subservient gives you a better understanding of what place it's coming from. You know what I mean? Don't look at the sentence like this is talking about a woman, because it's not always talking about a woman. Sometimes it could be things that you possess. It could be things like a house. It could be things like a car, jewelry. You know what I'm saying? But it's speaking about it in a way that's subservient rather than authoritative. All right. So in this instance, come is position of authority. Kun is subservient. All right. So that's the difference. Now, again, you're going to use these characters, ya, ka, wa, ha, nawa, come, kun, at the end of a noun to give ownership to that noun. So you'll say my thing, your thing, his thing, her thing, our thing, your thing, your thing. All right, that's a possessive pronoun. Okay. So now I'll give you an example of using a possessive pronoun to keep it practical. Because this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Let's keep it practical, right? If you're using possessive pronouns in a sentence, this is how it would look. All right, like I just put up on the board before. All right, BLACKWATCH. Here's my possessive pronoun, right here. Here is my noun. All right, somebody tell me, if you know I'm gonna give y'all a chance to answer. You know what I mean? And also make sure y'all hit the like button, Baruch Shah, which means please in Hebrew. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you in the chat, you know what I'm saying, if you following along, if you taking good notes, if you've taken good notes in the past, someone tell me what Bayah, first of all, tell me what Bayah means. And what does it mean when I put a ka at the end? If you take good notes, you should be able to answer this, because I just had both of these words on the board. Literally. Within the hour. So someone tell me what Bayah ka means. Because I want y'all to be following along, get interactive, you know what I'm saying? The more you interact, the easier it is to learn. Maybe I'll write this a little bit. So you see Bayah. This is my noun. This is my possessive pronoun. Bayath ka. What does Bayath ka mean? Not quite, Crystal. Not quite. You're thinking bun. All right. Bun is different from Bayath. But you close. Kind of close. All right. I'm going to give it to y'all for time's sake. All right. Bayath is house. Bayath is house. Ka is your. All right. So this is our noun. This is our possessive pronoun. Your house. Okay. Now these words, this word you should definitely have in your notes. It's used a lot. Plus, we went over this. It should be in your notes. All right. Here's another one that you might be more familiar with. All right, this is the given. This one is the given. There's no reason why everyone shouldn't answer this question. All right. Somebody tell me what akwa means. All right. Okay, my bad. Listen, that's a good point that the brother made. So lock in. I usually have it at the top of the board, but I erased it. So I'm gonna write it real quick. Some of you always want to remember this rule right here. what I'm saying? And you should be making a list of all the rules in Hebrew so that you know in the future, you know, how to form your own sentences. You might not be able to, you know, come to class. You might not be able to ask your question, you know what I'm saying, in class. So you want to at least have the rules so that way if you're studying on your own, you can start to put words together, start to know how to make these sentences. All right. So this is one rule you want to keep in mind. In Hebrew, you read and write from right to left. Just this way. Okay? So instead of reading it in left to right, like in English, you're going to read from right to left. Starting this way, going this way. Ah, wa. That's correct, Crystal Morris. Give her a hand. Ah, wa. Ah, wa. Not to be confused with ah, wa. Right? Not ah, wa, but ah, wa is his brother. So again, this is, you know, you definitely want to be careful. You want to be careful when reading Hebrew and writing Hebrew. Akwa, if I was to add a tha here, that would be a totally different word. It would be a totally different word. All right. Akwa is his brother. Where we at with it? All right. Everybody can see that, right? Za lachamya. Za lachamya. All right. This is our possessive pronoun. All right. This is our noun. And what is this? Za is this. What is this? This is this. This is this. Is this. Za. La kham ya. Right? So what is ya? Quickly. If anybody can answer quickly, give me, or you can give me la kham ya. All right, let me help you out a lot real quick because I just noticed your question for the last one, right? So the wa for and goes before the root word. All right, so when you're writing, when you want to use wa, that's called a preposition. All right, preposition. Preposition that goes before the root word. All right, so and like using the word and in a sentence, it would go before the root word, whatever the root word is. So like what was the word? Brother. All right, so we got the word brother, which is ak. All right. The possessive word and will go at the beginning. Wa ak. And brother. And whose brother? His brother. Wa ak wa. All right. So that's the difference. This is our preposition. Pre is our possessive pronoun. And here's the root. So you got the preposition on the right side. As you read right to left. So this is the beginning of the word. Preposition, root, possessive. Then you have what's called the conjugation, which goes somewhere in the middle, sometimes at the end, you know what I'm saying, which we'll get into. All right. Wa, ak, wa. So these are the rules. These are more rules. Read from right to left. Put the possessive pronouns at the end. Put the prepositions at the beginning. Okay? These are all rules that you should know and abide by. So now, Yah is mine. That's correct. So what is this word? I'll help y'all for time's sake. What is the sentence? I should say. The sentence is, this is my bread. Lacham is bread. Okay? The chum being the root word is bread. Yah, which is a possessive pronoun, is my. Zaha is this. All right? So this bread, mine. This my bread. This bread, mine. All right? That's how you would say, that's how you're using possessive pronouns with your words. Everybody understand? So come is bread, Crystal. The waters. Who's saying Christ? Don't be afraid to look at those notes. I know if you take good notes, you should have everything on here because I got the same notes you got. Like what I write in my book is what I put on the board. You know what I mean? Everything else, I have other notes. I have teaching notes and then I have studying notes, if y'all understand what I'm saying. It's different. It's a different book. It's a different place where I put what I'm studying and what I've already covered, basically. So I know if I got it in this book, you should have it in your book. Okay? All right, so now let's go to our object pronouns. Your object pronouns are the exact same pronouns. They are exactly the same. I kid you not, there's no difference. It's all the same. Right. Yeah. All right. I will tell you this. Here's the only difference. Instead of my, for Yah, it's he. Okay? Instead of your, for ka is you. Okay? Wa is him. Ha her. No wa, us. Hum is you. Plural and authoritative. Khan is you, plural and subservient. All right. I'm sorry, I put he. Jesus Christ. Me. All right. So these two go at the end of a root word, only this time they're going to go at the end of a verb. Instead of going at the end of a noun, these go at the end of a verb. Okay. All right, so yeah, these go at the end of a verb. Okay. Let me get some verbs for you real quick. Let me see. This is doing. All right. So here's another rule I'm about to show you real quick. This is shabar yum. Shabar yum, right? Shabar is our root. It is our object pronoun. All right. Shabar means break. Yum is them. Now, you might be asking, in my notes, I see chum or ma. Did I write that right? Did I get to? Oh, I didn't get to ma. All right, my bad. I forgot the day. Real quick, add this to your notes. Them. All right, them is ma. Ma at the end. So it's gonna go at the end. So the ma at the beginning is different than the ma at the end. Make sure that you got in your notes pronouns or objective pronouns, possessive pronouns go at the end. All right. This ma means them from a position of authority. And then na is them subservient. All right, so this ma goes at the end. I'm sorry, I'm saying jump in the boat, and I ain't even go through these with you. These are also object pronouns. Them possess a position of authority, ma. Them subservient, na. All right. So in this case, this ma is them, but I put a ya there too. Here's why. It's because we're using plural nouns. All right. It's because I'm using a plural noun. Okay. So because I'm using a plural noun, them at the end of this word is yum. So I add ya and ma, right? Shabar yum, break them. All right.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
I go by Moses.
What's up? Shalom.
Oh, shalom, shalom. I have a question for you, my friend.
What's your question?
Do
Where you
you?
from?
I'm originally from Las Vegas, and then moved out here to Michigan. So out here in Michigan right now.
All right, go ahead. What's your question?
Number one, what is your view on God? Like, I wanted to ask you, what is your view on God? Who is God to you? What's your name? I didn't get your name, brother.
My name is Itazah.
Okay. Who is God to you, Atazah?
All right, God, the Most High, God is the creator of the universe, creator of all human beings. Why?
Amen, amen. But what's his name, brother?
Why?
It's important.
It is important. I want to know. It's also important why you're asking me this question.
Yes, yes. It's. I'm asking you because I want to make sure that you're saved, brother.
Okay. And if I
And
said
it's
that,
not out of disrespect or
no, I
anything.
understand. I understand.
Because
Okay, so how is me? Okay, if I was to give you the name, all right. First, I believe his name is Yahweh, right? So I'll just go from there. His name is Yahweh in the Hebrew.
So what does that name mean?
That's okay. And that's why I asked you why, right?
So you believe?
Okay. Here's why I'm asking why. Is me knowing what the name of the Most High, how does me knowing or not knowing the name of the Most High and what it means, how's that keeping me from changing my life? How's it keeping me from not smoking weed? How's it keeping me from not having sex with whores, not eating pork? How's knowing that name keeping me from being saved? You said that I have to know his name so I could be saved. Basically what you said, correct?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, brother.
All right. So is knowing his name hindering me from doing what he told me to do? I don't call my father by his name, but I do what he says.
Well, here's the thing, brother. The reason I bring that up is because number one, have you read the book of Hebrews?
All right, I have, and I'm gonna call this short because this is not a platform for debate or this line of questioning. This class is for learning Hebrew.
Well, do you know what Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh means, right?
I know that's not Hebrew.
Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh?
I know that's not Hebrew.
Brother, I have a Tanakh.
You have a Tanakh, and I know that's not Hebrew.
You're saying that that's not Hebrew? That's not ancient Hebrew?
Yoda and Anakin is not Hebrew.
I said Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh.
Yeah, I
The
don't
name of
watch Star
Yahweh.
Wars. I don't watch Star Wars, brother.
I don't watch TV either, but do you know what that means?
Yeah, you talking about the little green Jedi, right? Yoda?
No, I'm talking about behold the hands, behold the nails.
Yeah, that's not Hebrew.
That is Hebrew. That's what that means.
All right.
That's what Yahweh means.
Okay, thank you.
Brother, I'm here because I love you, and I don't want you to go to hell, and I don't want anyone else to go to hell. If you deny the name of the Lord Jesus,
am I gonna go to hell? Am I gonna go to hell because I don't know what Yoda way heaven is? Yoda way how to hate is?
absolutely not. If you don't know Jesus, then you're going to hell.
Absolutely, I agree. This class is about learning Hebrew. There's no law that says if you don't know Hebrew, you're going to hell. So we're not teaching the law in this class. You got a question about Hebrew?
I got a question about why you're still under the Mosaic laws when Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8 through 13 says that we're not.
Got you. All right. So every Monday, every Monday we have what's called mandatory scripture breakdown class. Any question that you have, you can call in the same way you just jumped in right now. Is the same way you can jump in on Monday. Every Monday at 7 p.m. to 9. We got a class called the Scripture Breakdown class. If you got a question, you should bring that question there. Otherwise, unless you got a question about what I got up on this board, Shabar Yum, then Shalom. All right. The water. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right. So my Salaki Shabar Yum is, like I said, breakdown. All right. So let's get that off the board. Okay. All right. So now let me get this off the board. Using plural nouns with possessive nouns. Using plural nouns with possessive nouns. All right. Whenever you have a possessive noun, you're using plurals. All right. And it's a plural noun. All right. These are the rules. Hold on 1 second. All right. So let's say you got a plural noun, right? Like kawas. Kawas. Yeah. Wait. So kawas is cup. It's a lot. All right. This man came on screen to talk to me about Yoda now. Y'all don't watch Star Wars? What you got going on, man? You want to talk about Luke Skywalker and Anakin Kenobi. Or Obi-Wan Kenobi, whatever the fuck. It's a lot, excuse me. You want to talk about Obi-Wan. It's Ibadia, nigga. I honestly wasn't gonna entertain him. But let's see. All right. Kawas is cup, right? If I were to make this a plural noun and use possessive, I would go from kawas to kawasa, right? Kawas, and I would add ya ma, or it's like it. Ya ka. Kawas yaka. Right? Kawas yaka, which means your cups. Your cups. Kawas your cup. Your cups. Okay? That's how you would use, that's how you would use plural nouns and possessive nouns. I'm gonna write them up on the board. And this is the same exact thing. You're gonna get your possessives. Back to my possessive. All right. My, your, his, her, our. I'm about to add some more over here on this side. Your, all right. Mm. Yeah. Can y'all see that? All right, cool. Mm. All right. So as you can see on the board, these are possessive nouns conjugated with plural nouns. All right. This is how you conjugate them. Now, my is just ya. Ya-ka is yours. This is how you would write it. Ya-ka. Ya-ka. Right? It goes at the end of your noun. At the end of the word. That's when you're working with nouns. And you're using. I'm sorry. If you're working with nouns, using possessive nouns. and they're plural, you add a ya at the beginning of your regular noun. Your regular pronoun. All right. So this is the regular pronoun. Ka, wa, ha, nawa, come, ma, and na. All right. So what you're doing, you're just adding a ya at the beginning. Ya at the beginning of each one. All right, it's plural. So although this would be plural, right? This is what you're used to seeing. Yum, yun. You're used to seeing these. It's the same with these, but you're not going to say yumka. You're not going to say yumwa or yumha. You're going to drop the ma and put ya wa, ya ha, ya no wa. All right, ya cum, ya kun, yum, yun. These are the only ones that have that yum with that ma and the nut, right? Because there, we know this word, yum, yun. But your plural with the noun is ya kun. Okay, ya kun, ya cum. All right, so let's use that in the sentence. Another sentence. Shoot. Well, not necessarily a sentence, I guess, but what would it be? Let's just put a word up that uses this. Go to our nouns, which you should have. All right. So let's see. Let's put lacum back on the board, right? La cum. All right. We know that this means bread. All right. But it's more than one piece of bread. It's multiple bread, and it belongs to somebody. Who does it belong to? Y'all, right? All of y'all, men. It belongs to a bunch of men. So what would we say? Lacum ya cum. Lacum ya cum. Lacum ya cum. All right. Lacum ya cum. All right. Y'all bread. All right. Y'all bread. Either come, you come. All right. If we want to change it, all right, we'll keep the same possessive pronoun. We're going to add something different. All right. Sapar. Sapar yakum. Sapar yakum. Y'all books. All right. Y'all books is sapar yakum. Sapar yakum. All right. Now this time let's switch out possessive pronoun. And this is why I went over these pronouns these nouns and verbs with you guys. I went over the verbs. I believe we went over the nouns and adjectives. Understand? But this is why I go over these with y'all, so we can build up our vocabulary when it comes to our nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, so on and so forth. We're building up a vocabulary so we can use these words in casual conversation. You speaking to a brother, don't be afraid to speak Hebrew to someone. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to speak your language to them because it's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? It might just help them. It's brotherly of you, it's sisterly of you to speak to another brother or sister in Hebrew. It's going to get them to want to speak that language. It's going to get them to want to understand what you're saying. It's just like if you deal with a Hispanic brother or sister, you know what I mean? Not being able to talk to them makes you want to close that language barrier. Makes you want to, get to know that language they speak. Dang, what's that? What's that you said? I ask them all the time, like, dang, what's that? What that mean? And they'll tell me if they understand my language. If they can communicate with me, then they'll tell me what it means. And it helps. It builds a bond between y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking the same language. So don't be afraid to speak Hebrew to someone. All right, Sapar. Let's try. YAHANNA. So this basically applies to any noun and any possessive pronoun. All right. This applies to any possessive pronoun or what's it called? Any possessive pronoun, any noun. All right, whether it's books, beards, you know what I mean? What's it called? What's another one? Box, blood. I mean, a bunch of them. We got a few of them. We're going to learn more, too. All right, we're going to learn more. So, in this case, it's Sapar YAHANNA, which means his books. His books is Sapar YAHANNA. Sapar YAHANNA is his books. All right, I'm gonna put one more up on the board, and I guess we'll call it a night. It's about that time. Let's do it. All right, here's our root word. Alap. Alap is cattle. Alap is cattle. Right now, it's the white man's cattle, but in the kingdom, it will be our cattle. Yanawa. Alap Yanawa. All right, and you don't add an S here because cattle is plural in English. It's plural and singular in English, which is why Hebrew is better because, you know what I mean, we're going to let you know if it's plural or not, just based off of the way we spell it. You're going to know it's plural because it's got plural symbols, right? Alap Yanawa means it's our cattle, plural. Okay. So, right, like I said, you mean use this, you know what I'm saying? Take the words that you already know, take all the nouns that you've already learned in this class. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the nouns, you know what I'm saying, get with me. I'm not hard to find, not hard to contact. Get with me. I'll give you a list of all the nouns. You know what I'm saying? If you want, I'll give you all the verbs, nouns, and adjectives I got. You know what I'm saying? So get with me and I'll get you that. And then that way you can take these words and you can start using them for yourself. And start to form words. Start to form, you know, words like our cattle. Let me put that up there. Start to form words like our cattle, our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? BLACKWATCH YAHANNA. BLACKWATCH YAHANNA. All right, which is our kingdom. Okay? So put these words together, man. Get you your nouns. Right? Make sure that you got a list of all of these. You got your possessive pronouns. You got your object pronouns. You got your and you got this. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know how to use these words in a plural sentence, like or a plural phrase or word, like our cattle. You mean your ka, your wa, your ha, right? And ya, which just mean mine, right? My cattle, but it's plural. Alap ya. Alap ya is my cattle. But it's not just one. It's a lot. Kawas ya, my cups. Okay? So write these down, man. Use them. You know what I'm saying? Practice over the week. And with that, shalom. How about Shem Yahshua Baruch Thumb to all the brothers? Yahshua Thumb Shem Yahshua to all the sisters.